So the left-hand one was your before. There you can see your eye line now. If we draw a line from sort of your eye line, your hands and the eyes are almost in line, so your hand's a bit back bar behind the golf ball. Then when you try to get back into that good impact position, so your hands will be kind of more here, that club face now is going to open up a few degrees. Now, what then you did to try and compensate that was try and swing the club left, stay back on your right foot, flick it, hold, whatever it may be, to try and hit the ball somewhere left to target, knowing you're going to have that left to right spin. In terms of the movement as well, you can see how much your head and body sort of sway off the golf ball there. So that right hip now moving more laterally over to this sort of side here now, okay? And your head's moved back behind the golf ball, okay? Then you get quite picky-uppy with the arms because of it. And now when you're sort of hanging back, so the head's starting to move backwards, yeah? As you come in the golf ball, there's kind of impact as your hands are coming forward, face left a bit open, and just that sort of drift off to the right. And then you just fighting when the ball was going that way, or just trying to hit it somewhere left and hope for the best, yeah? So you can see on this one now, this is hopefully going to sort of reinforce what we said, where the hands were there behind the ball slightly there. I said then put the club forwards there, and then grip it. So you're putting the hands more. So it looks like, oh my God, those hands are miles in front. If you go from your eye line, whoa, the hands are way in front. But if you look, when you look down there, yeah, the hands aren't in front of the golf ball, yeah, or in front of the club itself. So you're getting in that better position. Now the swing, as I said, that right hip needs to basically, the camera moved a little bit, but you can see your right hip is definitely moving there, and you're staying more kind of stable there. So you're making the club move around you because of right hip, right shoulder is getting behind you, yeah, which keeps yourself more stable. As we said, like you and I with top heavy and stuff, if we have too much sort of lateral movement, it's going to be a problem, okay? So working on that right hip moving out of the way, then we step to the golf ball. You can see there your right just slides a little bit there during the swing, which is to be expected, okay, because you've been practicing to try and do it. Before you were nowhere near doing that. Your practice swings almost sort of over-exaggerate a little bit, because when you come to a golf ball, you'll kind of revert back towards this swing on the left-hand side because that's still familiar, yeah? Get that right hip going out the way, as you said. Top of the backswing here, now good. Then when you come back in the golf ball now, hands, you can see now have come back to kind of left thigh there, impact, okay? So nice lead position here now with your arms, the hands, the shoulders all in line there with the golf ball. And then the important thing now is getting through into that finish position. There's no hang back on it, okay? I think in the past, one of the ways you stopped the ball going to the right was, okay, if I just stay on the back, if I can flick it left, it worked. But as your body changed through a game of golf and you got more warmed up and you're swinging faster, the amount you would do that would cause it to go too far left. But then after about 7 or 8 holes, you're like, I'm left, I'm going right, where do I aim? At least now you've hit about 20 drives with that new slightly changed setup and right hip turning. You hit one slice and one fade, and the rest have all gone right to left, yeah? And once you see a ball constantly going that right to left, the things that us as golfers would do, when the ball is drawing, we're going to move our body better to try and avoid the ball going too far left. We're going to want to swing now to 1 o'clock. We're going to want to get our hands slightly more in front. We're going to want to get our body weight to the left side. All those three things are good for a golf swing, aren't they, yeah? They're all the sort of good sort of characteristics of what you see a tour player do. But if you're slicing the golf ball, the things we do to fix that is hang back on your right side, flick your hands, come over the top, yeah? Aim left. Those 3 or 4 things are no good to a golf swing, are they, really? You'll manage to get around a golf course sometimes, but your game's going to be very fragile, yeah? Sometimes it'll be all right, and you might get away with a lucky one and catch one a bit heely, starts a bit left and finds a fairway. But you're always knowing that with the distance you're with that golf ball, when it goes wrong, it's like, okay, lost ball, next hole, yeah? Now, again, you're not using driver every hole out there, certainly. Coming in the winter now, white tees on some of the courses out there, when it gets a bit soft, there's not much carry, or not much run, sorry. It's all beyond carry. Yeah, you can want to use your driver. And if you can use your driver, it's an advantage, yeah? Someone like McIlroy, if McIlroy uses his driver well, he can overpower a golf course. Probably statistically one of the worst putters on tour, but he can still win tournaments, yeah? He can just bomb it down there, and he can save almost a shot or so per round just by how far he's hitting the golf ball down the fairway. So you, relative to club golfers, off your handicap, if you can knock it down, you can reach par 5s in 2, you can get close to a couple of par 4s, and you've got 11 shots to play with. So jobs are good, okay? So yeah, work on that sort of set. Just make sure the hands are slightly more in front of your eye line, but they're not in front of the golf ball. Okay. And then focus just primarily on that right hip turning. Like I say, from the tour perspective, you don't want someone to move too much because the fear of going, well, if I move this way, I'm going to fall over. So we just sort of stay very static with the body and just try to fold the arms around the body and hope for the best, yeah? Okay, mate?
Sounds good.
Make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff, wasn't it, buddy? Yeah.